This is Jambo Radio.
Hello, good evening, Wagwan. Welcome to the African Warriors Show. To kick off, we're going to start with some very, 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 very good music from one and only Rhymes AB. I'm playing this song because Kenya just broke the marathon. You know, our guy called Eliud Kipchoge broke his own record, man. We have just made the whole humanity a little bit faster. Here comes Kipchoge.
I'm a beast on the track, Kipchoge.
Kipchoge. Man, this is why I'm proud to be Kenyan, proud to be African. We are killing the marathon scene. This gentleman right here called Eliud Kipchoge, you know, people say that a man will never run less than 2 hours on a marathon. He clicked 2.01, just 1 minute. But let's not forget that he did less than 2 hours on the Ainos, was it called, where he broke the record. But this was not put officially as a record because they said this was not a race, because he had people who are helping him round, you know, set the pace and all that. But he proved it, and now he went again and did his thing, broke his previous set record that was in Berlin just the other day. Eliud Kipchoge, this is the GOAT. He needs the street sculptures. We should do stuff for him. I know, right? So, welcome to our show, the African Warriors Show. You know, here we come to elevate, educate, and of course entertain. This is a very, 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 very special show because I have some very special guests who have a very important message to share with all the people out there. You know, we want to bring the masses out here to get the bag. I have two nurses who are newly arrived in the UK. I'll take a minute to let them introduce themselves, tell you their names before we go back into the show, and then talk a little bit more. So, on my close left is a very pretty lady. I'll let her say her name.
My name is Irene Kosgei, family known as Miss Kosgei.
Miss Kosgei, I like that name. I like that name. You know, we are just from saying Kipchoge, then we have Miss Kosgei.
Representing,
hey.
Yes, so.
Repping for LD. Sawa, karibu sana to our show, the African
Asante.
Warriors Show. Thank you so much for kukubali kukua hapa.
Yeah.
You know, to come and share. On the far left,
Yo.
my G.
Yeah.
Tuambie jina lako.
Yeah. Okay. My name's my name is Hezron Nganga, or you can call me Hezi.
Hezi.
Yeah.
Official sani Hezi. In your streets.
Hezi.
Sasa when you're working utaitwa Hezi.
Yeah. You know, here they ask you your preferred name. Just say Hezi. So they are calling me Hezi. And I like it that way, man.
Karibuni sana,
Yeah.
man. I'm
Asante.
so happy, man. Asanteni sana kwa kubali, you know, accepting to come and share what you know, share your stories. Karibuni to Scotland as well.
Thanks, bro.
Najua
Thank you.
mjakaa sana, huh? How long have you both been around? How long around?
Approximately 5 months now.
5 months.
Yeah,
Both of you,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
5 months.
Yeah.
Nyinyi bado ni babies. Amujakutana na
7 month
baridi.
They were fresh out.
Mulikuja summer time. Nyinyi mmekuja holiday bado. You are here during summer.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
How was summer first? How is the weather? What do you
Crap.
think about the weather?
The weather is crap.
Then you don't know. You're still going to meet that. It's about to go down.
You know, I would say like summer was fine.
Yeah.
There were days I understand they said there was the heat wave.
Yeah.
I loved those days. For me, it was not a heat wave, but I understand now the cold season is coming, man, and I'm not ready for the cold.
You see, you see me right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wear a shirt. You know why?
Yeah.
And I'll see this shirt next year. Bro, that's how bad it will be.
Yeah.
I'll see this shirtless. So you have to try and, you see your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Try and wear all your things. This is the last seconds you have. You've already seen the leaves fell.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like telling you, bro.
Becoming
It's
colder.
about that time. Yeah.
Probably hospitals get more people. I don't know. You will come
Well,
back
no.
and tell us what happens.
Well, no.
What's the
Yeah.
difference? So you guys are nurses straight from the 254.
254 represent, man.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hey, Nataka, I want to know so much. I want to know so much about even why why did you even want to become a nurse? Me, the only blood I want to see is mine when nimejikata. Nata yo, I don't even want to see that. I can imagine what a nurse goes through, and then nurses being the people who almost, held the whole world during Corona.
Yeah, sure.
That's when we realized nurses are important, even more than doctors.
Yep.
Corona didn't have treatment. It was just taking care.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nurses are the people who take care of you when you're sick in hospitals. And I've heard from nurses themselves that some of them are actually the doctors. Because a doctor can just do this,
Prescription, do this.
do and that.
Yeah.
You are the one who will have to manage and handle the dirty work.
We don't call it the dirty work. That's the patient contact, Yeah. We are there more than the doctors.
Okay.
Good.
Hey, on my live naambiwa hapa hezi kizungu isha change. Aha. Ameshaanza kutwenga. Just 5 months. 5 months, eh? Pesa wewe. Pesa wewe ni pounds. Sikupenda kwake ni pounds kwa Kikuyu nebao. Pounds.
I don't think so, man.
Hata mimi sijui yangu kama inatoka ama mimi ndio sijaguza kakitu. Nasu wako na kakitu by the way. Tusijoke na hawa watu. My producer will take us to the next song. We're still celebrating Eliud Kipchoge.
Yeah, sure.
In a big way.
Yeah, sure.
So, hey, Nyashinski aliimba kuhusu Kipchoge. Now
The
we do
legend.
this one full.
Yeah.
And then we come and dive right into this conversation.
Sure, bro.
And see what's up, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Tuende kazi. Kipchoge by Nyashinski. Kipchoge. Bro.
Yeah.
Tuna break records.
Yeah, man.
Tuna set standards.
Yeah, man.
Na tuko na a new prezi.
Yeah, from the same side, man.
By the way, Kipchoge,
Yeah.
Miss, alafu tena prezi. Ay, what's going on here?
We run the world.
Hey, by the way, you're literally running the world.
Yeah, running the world.
Running the world.
Miss Ngetich, Kipchoge. Alafu tuko na Doctors Ole Samuel Ruto.
Yeah.
Bro, big up to the new president.
Yeah.
Alianza Ikulu by prayers.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
Yeah, the previous guy, nasikia when they had to pray because they had to wipe the mzingas. Mzingas ilikuwa State House in the back. Ati they're feeling sad for the guy who, was supply imekatwa sha.
I saw that tweet from Sonko and it was like, yo, this is the same State House that used to
Go and chapa mai.
piga kitu. Yeah.
Lakini let's see how it goes sasa. Hopefully
Yeah.
this guy fixes our nation.
I hope
Man,
so too.
this month has been a month that a lot of things have been happening. From the Queen, Eliud, we have a new president. Literally news just dropped right now. The president of Kenya just named his cabinet.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, mambo ni mengi.
Masando machache.
Na ndio hata si tutaki kuachwa nyuma. So tuko hapa na nyinyi nurses, nataka mpe watu form, yeah? Mtupatie form. First of all, tuanze na Miss Ngetich. How do you Miss Gosgay, how do you even start to do how did you even think about nursing? Like, is it a passion? How do you mimi nataka kufanya radio, nataka kuongea na watu, ni have fun. Is it a passion? How did you feel like you want to save lives? And
Well, honestly, no.
kwani pia unaweza angukia nasi?
No, what happened is growing up I wanted to either be a journalist or a lawyer. Then KCSE happened.
All right.
And then my mom was like, since tumeitwa kufanya PE, I was called kufanya PE.
In Kenya you can be called for
PE,
PE.
like-
I thought that
like
happens
the
only
PE
in the UK.
school. PE, ile PE primary.
Yeah. So since I mean that's not a course. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is not a course.
In Africa. Your parent will kill you. You don't want to be a doctor, a pilot, PE.
Yeah. So my mom was like, mbona usifanye nursing? Why not just enroll? in nursing school. Well, I was.
So does that mean that it's relatively easy to just enroll? Like,
No,
you met the qualifications?
I met the qualifications.
Okay.
And then it was
Tusiulize details.
No, please
Tusiulize
don't.
max. How much?
No. Jote nilikuwa na above.
Tuseme
Nilikuwa tu na above B.
ulifikisha. Above B? Where?
So
Okay.
yeah, so it was an option my mom brought
So
to
ni
the
beauty
table,
and brains,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, why not? So I did it. It was hard the first few months, but unakuja unazoea.
Tuko hapa.
Tuko hapa leo.
Hezi.
Yo.
How did you find your way into nursing?
Well, after KCC, I was like, I can do medicine, but unfortunately the grades were not up to the medicine level. So I remember having a conversation with my mom. She was like, okay, you can go back to school, repeat the 4th year, then you attain the grades. And I was like, no, I'm not ready to go back to high school. So at first I was like applying to become a clinic officer. You know, in Kenya we have clinic officers.
Yeah.
But when applying, you had 2 choices to make. So one was the clinic officer, the other one was nursing. Then I was fortunate to get the nursing one. At first I was like, no, I don't want to do
So
this.
first of all, sasa pia where your grades were
Yeah.
because umefika. So what is the grade actually to get into nursing? Like the mean one?
We can say,
In Kenya, yeah.
is it a
Like a
C plus
C+?
now?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. So I was above that.
Ningefika.
Yeah, good. Alafu pia huwa wanaangalianga either Mao, Chem, Bio.
Hapo ndio wangenitoa.
Yeah. So when nilipata nursing, I was like, I don't want to do this. But again, the letter came. It's a school in Mombasa. Ukweli, I had never visited Mombasa. So I was like, yo, I want to go to this school.
Wait, Mombasa. Mi najua tu Mombasa raha. People go to study in Mombasa.
Yeah, man. Kwanza
Mimi ukiniambia hata umesema Mombasa, the only thing in my head umesema Mombasa is the beach, the palm trees and having fun.
Yeah. So actually it was a college called Msambweni in Kwale County, but you have to go past Mombasa. So I was like, yeah, I want to go to the coast, and that's how I joined the college. And
You didn't beat sherehe too much. You forgot the medicine and everything.
now the school was a bit interior, but tulipiga sherehe tu kidogo. We had fun, but also we had to study. Yep.
So how long do you study to be a nurse?
3.5 years.
3.5.
3.5. You
Yeah.
can call it 4.
Yeah.
Hey, hiyo ni degree mzima.
It's a whole degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
How hard is it? Kuna mtu unajua see we did journalism.
Yeah.
And it's not the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
But tulikuwa unafika second year, you feel like first taking a small wee break then coming back.
Yeah.
Mlichapa straight 4 years straight na mkamaliza.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kudos guys.
Thanks, bro.
You finish.
Yeah.
You're done with the school part of it.
Yeah.
What comes next?
Work.
What comes next is hustle now for a job.
Hustle.
Yeah.
So do nurses have to ni kuenda kuapply? Ni kutamak?
Yeah,
Right?
Kenya
Tamak.
mazini tamak.
Kenya
Yeah.
tamak.
Hakuna tipali. Well, and you see in journalism, even getting an attachment is quite tough.
Yeah.
Is it the same mama you're just attached to the next hospital karibu na shule, or what happens?
So for us, when you're tulienda KMTC, we don't need an attachment because it's like an attachment in between studies.
All right.
So immediately you finish your 4th year,
Yeah.
you just unatafuta tu job.
Transition next. Tafuta tu next.
Job
The
tu.
first check.
Yeah. So you don't do an
How long did
attachment
it
again.
take, like you?
I actually got a job before I even graduated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hii brains
You must
na
be
beauty
lucky.
zinaenda.
But
Kwani
it's-
ulihustle sana Mr. Ezi?
Yeah, I remember I had to work in a certain clinic. Ilikuwa doc fulani, but after some time I had to
Clinic yake tu. Pas ile,
ilikuwa tu in personal clinic. I was seeing it was a day clinic actually from 8 to 5. Then I worked there for like 4 months. Then I got a job in a private hospital. So I worked there for like 1 year before I was successful to get a county hospital job. Yeah.
So, to both of you, we start here. Ladies first. Why UK, or when did the thought of like moving away from Kenya to still pursue that? Is it because of the jobs in Kenya, the salary, or the job situations? What led to you deciding, okay, let me try and move somewhere else?
I think for me it was more of I needed to experience something different.
Yeah.
So I was used to the Kenyan system, like everything when you're in a work, and then I was like, why not just try something else? Like it won't hurt. So I started the process back in 2020.
Okay, so you finished school in
20.
like you worked for how long in Kenya?
2
years.
3
3 years.
3 years.
So you did your time there.
I did make a time there.
All right. After ndio ukaona we hii vumbi.
Yani unafanya kazi na ulipo vizuri.
Yeah.
But my main reason ya kutoka Kenya kukuja huku, it's not the pay per se. It is I wanted to experience something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so okay, we'll go back to that. Wewe, how did Mr. Hezi, how did you realize sasa acha nitoke huku nione form ingine?
Yeah. Back in college I had a friend Montana Maliuko maze big up bro.
Montana kwa wapi sahi?
Montana ko Lamu County. He's doing well.
Yeah.
He's ni gaza yangu hiyo. So back then we used to talk to people and we used to joke.
Yeah.
Bro, after college sisi tunaenda Toronto. You know,
hata si huku
Toronto, Canada.
Canada.
So hiyo kitu ilikujeka kuwa like iko ndani yangu. I was like, after nimeingia job ya gava nikaona there are some people who are successful to come to the UK or go to the US. So I was like, why not me? Why not try US, Canada and UK? And that's how I started the journey last year, actually, in August.
And your journey started in?
Well, technically, it came to mind in 2020, and then I did my IELTS. So after doing my IELTS, chill.
But how do you even, at a couple of 20, you did your IELTS. So how do you even know or get this information that, okay, if I want to go, I want to leave, maybe you wanted to go to Toronto, Hezi.
Yeah.
Did you have an idea of where you'd like to go?
Well, Australia, Canada.
Nyinyi wote Canada
UK,
and the same,
Canada, yeah.
So where did you get even the information to do like, so this is the steps? Was information available out there and it was just easy to know, okay, this is where I am, this is what I need? First of all, your part, was the information available?
Well, for me, I think the only thing I knew that I needed to do was an English test.
Okay.
That is the only thing I knew. So after I did it, ndo unakuja unaambiwa like you're supposed to do this again and this and this and this and I'm like
no, unaambiwa na nani? Who's telling you?
So when you do your IELTS and then unakuja, you have to register with the nursing council ya huku. So while doing that, ndo inakuonyesha like all the process you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na hata IELTS nani alikwambia unafaa kufanya? Ulikuwa unajua tu?
Ilikuwa automatic.
Natural.
Anytime you want to come from Kenya to
because even if you're wanting to come for uni, it's still I think you have to do.
You have to do.
You know, that's a very unfair thing, you know.
It is.
They colonized us and they put English in our schools.
Yeah, and they still
so they know we study in English.
Yeah.
Then they want you to just tell us you really studied in English.
Because
very crazy.
What is that? How hard are the IELTS? I've not done them.
Very simple.
IELTS sometimes it's tricky, bro.
Or depends on your nursery school teacher.
Nah, depends on
Tayari,
a lot of
Irene,
time.
we've noticed the brain alikuwa
Hapana, no.
unachapa tu.
Bro, to be honest, I won't say it's simple.
Because even me, I know someone who just did them because I advised them to do.
Yeah.
And alikuwa zile za mimi yo kitu sijui vile itatoka. Hakuwa sure.
Hata mimi nilikuwa your position, but the thing is it is the same it's the same things that you do occasionally. Like it is the same English you speak. Ukienda interview because you kuna speaking.
Oh,
it is the same thing.
It has like the see ati naenda nafanya tu just written English.
No. So
down.
kuna speaking, kuna listening, kuna writing na kuna reading.
Haya, tuanze kulist hizi vitu. First of all, we need an IELTS.
Yeah.
IELTS test, yeah.
You have to do that.
Yeah.
Done by a British Council or
British
something.
Council.
Yeah.
The other centers in Kenya called the IDPs.
Yeah.
Then Nursing Council tells you now the rest. What is the next after IELTS?
So Nursing Council has to verify your documents first before you proceed
that
to
ulipita the nursing.
Ukona license ya Kenya.
Ngoja, you know in Kenya when you say verify, they mean they want something. You pay for something to be done.
Yeah.
So you pay for your documents to be certified or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. 3.
Then you have to
You have to have an account. You have to
Account.
register an account
Yeah, you
with
have to
the
register an account with
NMC.
NMC.
That is the Nursing and Midwifery Council
Yeah.
of
Where?
UK.
Nursing it? Oh,
Nursing
you're
and
registering
Midwifery
here.
You're
Yeah.
registered
While you're in
about-
Kenya.
While in
no,
Kenya,
yeah,
yeah.
you register in Kenya.
So if you're wanting to go to Canada, is there another one you'll register there?
Yeah,
I
there's
think so, yeah.
there's the Canada Board of Nursing.
So now I have ILTs. I've verified my SATs. So these SATs are the ones I send or something to register for this.
So
trip here?
when
Yeah.
you're verifying, the nursing council will get in contact, I think, with them, and then there's this group. What is it called? There's a name. They email you to tell you that you can go ahead with your application.
Okay.
So that is when you start to register and
Higher. So we are
Plan for
point
exams.
number 3. You've registered now nursing. It's called the what?
The NMC.
NMC.
Yeah.
3 things you've done: ILTs, verified your SATs, NMC.
Yeah.
Higher. How long has this taken for us to do all of these 3 things? Maybe roughly. Can take a month if you're good.
Yeah, it depends on how you train your IELTS. After that, maybe let's say 2 months or so, you train your IELTS, then you do your IELTS to get the results.
All right.
Then from there, you to open an account with NMC is just a 10 minutes thing. You can just do it right in your phone. Just
Yeah.
open an account. Then from there, you have now you can't be verified by the Nursing Council of Kenya if you don't have an NMC account.
yeah.
So when you so you started with the NMC
NMC
account.
account,
Are you paying for this NMC account?
Yeah.
Like how much?
Is it £140?
140.
No.
What?
To open an NMC account is free.
Uh-huh.
No.
Then what was 140?
You have to
£140 is the application fee.
That is the same thing.
For the NMC.
Yeah.
Okay. And the verification of certificates, did I ask how
It was
much?
around 12k during our time. But
It's
I
12k Kenyan time.
I had-
Kenyan shillings.
I had it's gone up.
See, has he still caught up in the Kenyan time?
12k Kenyan shillings, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So 3 steps done, down and dusted. What is the next one?
Then after you have been verified by the Nursing Council, they say like, okay, now the NMC is certain that you are registered nurse in Kenya. You have to do an exam called the CBT.
I've heard of this one. Is it hard? And what is it an exam? See, you did an exam when you finished school.
Yeah.
So what is the CBT essentially about?
It's a theory of nursing generally.
Just a theory of how things work in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're going to Canada, will it be another different one? Or it's the same CBT?
In Canada, they have what we call an NCLEX.
Uh-huh.
That's a different kind of exam. Canada and US do
Yep,
NCLEX
NCLEX.
exam. UK
Okay.
do the
CBT.
CBT exam.
All right.
Yeah.
CBT takes how long to do and how much? You pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
How
to
much
pay for
again?
CBT.
We'll have, I think we'll do a calculator so we have the total.
It
Yeah.
was around £83.
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
wrong.
83
£83.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sasa, you're spending to money. This point, you're still working, yeah? You're doing your shifts. Bado.
Yeah. Bado uko Wera. Kenya
Sasa
bado.
ulikuwa hosi gani, Irene?
I was working in Mombasa hospital called Bomu Hospital.
Bomu.
Hezi ulikuwa
Yeah.
wapi?
Nilikuwa Nyahururu County Referral Hospital.
Hiyo nasikianga watu wengi Nax, it is the place they go to hospital around there.
Nyahururu, yeah.
So umefanya CBT.
Yep.
Next.
Then sasa before ufanya CBT kuna do unafaa kulipa kwa NMC, that is £140.
NMC, yeah. You're 140, hiyo tumeandika, right?
Then
Okay.
after umelipa hiyo
Yeah.
ndio unalipa £83 umepiga CBT.
All right.
Then after the CBT now you have your IELTS, you have the CBT, you have an active NMC account. Then from there now it's come to the market and hustle for jobs, bro.
So sasa hapa ni kwenda kwa mtandao.
Yeah.
Cheza na internet.
And apply jobs kazi zote.
Right.
Nunua bundles. Cheza na Safaricom. Hey, before we come back and continue with this conversation, now we are at the point where tumeshajua all the requirements.
Yeah.
Sasa tunataka tujue hustle about trying to get the job,
Yeah.
which might be one even more harder than all the other parts, because probably the other parts are well set, you know, it's this amount, go to this place, go to this website.
Yeah.
Mr. Hezi, nilikuuliza unapenda nani, tucheze nani? Ukasema tucheze ngoma yoyote ya mtu anaitwa Meja. Abakurama. Rotagarama.
Ochangarama aka Okonko.
Mtoto wa Hadija.
Bro.
Coming in
Piga
na
Meja.
Kanairo.
Yep.
Meja.
Yep.
Let's go. Leo tunapati na nurses. Tuko Scotland.
Tuko side manze.
Rico Beats, Mr. 808.
The teen,
Umesikia hiyo song? That is Major.
Major
anasema anatafuta
kila rima.
Anatafuta mdenge. Mimi natafuta pia nurse. Mimi nataka nurse. By the way, nurse if atakuwa night nurse wako, ano will be good
atakunas.
Tanasiwa.
Yeah.
My night nurse. So let's go back to the conversation. Tushapata IELTS.
Yep.
Tumepata account NMS,
Yep.
40
NMS,
pounds.
yeah.
Tumeverify documents 12k Kenya shillings. Tumefanya exam inaitwa CBT for the UK ones,
Yeah.
and the US na Canada
And
NCLEX.
NCLEX. Haya, you're done with those requirements. The next step sasa ati ni ku hustle for the job.
Yep.
Okay, you guys came now to UK. How did you end up here? How long did it take you, Irene? Like tangu sasa umemaliza this to the point where you got your first like inaitwa nini ile sponsorship something? Certificate of sponsorship.
Yeah.
How long did it take? How many CVs do you think you sent? How was that hustle for you?
Well, it was tough.
Yeah.
I think I applied more than 20 jobs.
20. 20 basi hiyo si mbaya.
Where?
Hiyo si
No,
mbaya,
wait,
bro.
20 jobs.
Hiyo si mbaya, hiyo si
20
mbaya.
jobs.
Alafu
Hiyo si mbaya.
uzuri ni zile like just copy paste.
Yes, in the same CV
Yeah.
and you're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then are you just unaenda to Google unasema hospitals in UK? How
So
do you
what
do
happened
this?
is personally created an account with track jobs. Track
That's just a website for
yeah.
jobs.
Yeah, UK.
Okay.
So there's a lot of jobs utapata hapo hivyo wanatafutana.
Yeah.
So I applied a couple of them, several actually.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, I got called. Nilikuwa accepted in, I think, was it 4 or 5?
Sasa hii inaitwa trackjobs.com or something like that.
Trackjobs.com, yeah.
Okay.
You are lucky.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Lakini umenotice?
Yeah.
Umenotice kwa hii story yote anakuja tu
Anafloat.
anafloat tu
Anafloat.
exam
Ni God
passing,
msee, ni God.
English passing.
Ni God.
Hezi
Anza ni
anasema
God.
mimi nilipita lakini alipita Kiruto. Yaani alingengana.
Ni
It
ile
wasn't
maze,
that
ni ile
easy.
50+1 maze.
Bro,
I think-
ulirudishwa supreme kiasi.
I think it's the fact that people around me, like my support system, believes in me more than I believe actually in myself.
So wanakupea hiyo confidence,
yeah,
wanafuel hiyo.
Ukianzia madhe, ukianzia mtu wangu.
So hii website ndio ilikupea mpaka job.
Yeah. So
Alright.
website ndio ilinipatia job.
Is it?
And then
Wewe sasa
wakanitumia
ulipata wapi
just
hizi?
COS.
Ulituma CV ngapi? Umesikia
So,
hapo ni 20 CVs for
hapo ni 20 yako lucky, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
Wewe?
Like to be honest, hii story yangu iko a bit different, you know.
Hebu tusikie.
Before recruitment
Boy child.
in Kenya. unajua like kitambo in Kenya, for you to be recruited overseas, there were agencies that were working.
Hao ndio watu kwanza tunajaribu kutandika viboko. I wish tungekuwa na ile button hapa ya
Ile ya kibe.
ile
Yeah.
hao ndio tunataka ku eliminate because you know these opportunities are there, lakini juu hao ndio watu wanajua, they know where the opportunity is and all these things, so they sell this information.
Yeah.
And that's why ninawashukuru sana kwa hapa. So yako ikaendaje?
So what happened is that agencies mazee zilikuwa zina help.
Yeah.
Because the middlemen walikuwa wanafanya process inakuwa simple because they were ready for you. They identify that these jobs
Are there
and it's a guarantee that utakama.
pata obvious.
So agencies Kenya zilifungwa na gava. World Health Organization iliingilia ikasema most of the Kenya nurses wanakuja overseas na Kenya bado haijatosha nurses. So ikafunga hiyo gap. So the only way you can be recruited now to come to UK is via direct application to the employer.
All right.
So just have as she has said, you have just go online. You have to create an account with NHS jobs. You have to create an account with track jobs. That's where you're gonna get jobs. Then you have to apply now direct to the employer, which is kind of slow. The agencies were the middlemen, brokers. So they were
them, they
fastening
already
the
maybe
process.
given tunataka 100.
Yeah.
So they had that already.
What used to happen is that the agencies were bringing you over to that particular hospital, then hospital will pay them later because they are the middlemen.
Yeah.
But now you have to direct employer, which is kind of slow because you know it's just like how Kenyan government works.
Yeah.
This has to sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here. So you have to apply for a job, then you have to wait for an interview. But now the direct application is kind of slow because they are taking time to reply. And most of them maybe they're gonna backlog the number of
Of
applicants,
applications and CVs.
So they tend to delay. So I have many people who are in that stage. They're
Right
applying
now,
for
yeah?
jobs.
Yeah.
They're either not getting feedback or they're getting a negative feedback, like we cannot process the
Your
application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think also there's anything to do with also since you did your schooling and your experience? Ama, you think it's just luck? Kuna this? Do you actually personally think you're just lucky that nyinyi yours came? Yours, how long did it take for you to get
Bro,
one?
mine, I started now after the agency thing was removed,
Closed, yeah.
was closed.
So you now started doing
So
it directly.
I started application. I applied like 65 jobs, bro.
So 65
65 jobs, and I did like 5 interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I did one of the interview. They were supposed to give me a feedback of the interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then the interview, they were like, now midnight is when the agency thing was closed. So tomorrow morning, expecting the feedback from the interview, they
That
were
is
like,
how it went.
"We are not recruiting anymore from your country." I was like, "Oh my god!" Then I had a job with another trust in London, and as they were about to process my what do you call it? My certificate of sponsorship, they just said no. So I had high hopes with that.
Yeah.
So I just went back to square zero. But I thank God that I got an employer who is a good one.
So
And
you
I-
do you
now
guys think Lakini Bado there's a part that plays in your CV, how it looks, or maybe how you did your, I don't know, you have results as well,
Yeah.
and you're obviously showing your experience since school and nini. Does that have any part to play? Ama it's just a market here, kama just whoever gets called first wherever they applied. Ama do you think there's countries that is easier compared to here, Canada, wherever? Is there countries that are actually easier to go to as nurses? You have friends, I'm sure, who have.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well, personally, I think UK is the easiest to come to.
Oh,
Because US, it's hectic. I have a friend applying to go to US, and she had to go to SA for her NCLEX exam, Johanna Station, Kenya.
ouch. That's
Yeah.
a spending, yeah.
And then they are too strict on a lot of things, so it's kind of hectic. And then I have a friend in Canada. She couldn't go as a nurse. She had to go as a student and then transition to a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how a friend of
Yeah.
who did like
So it's
that.
kind of
Yeah.
hard going to Canada as a nurse. Australia, I'm not so sure. But kukuza UK is a bit easy.
And you
because-
guys, did you actually choose Scotland ama pia ilikuwa just by default?
So
how did you end up in the coldest place on earth?
for me, I think nilikuwa na. I told you before, I had 5 offers. But this was the first place I had an interview with, by the way.
Okay.
So I did the interview and I had screwed up, literally.
On the interview?
On the interview, because tulikuwa tunaongea and then all of a sudden, like, kila kitu kapotea kwa kila neno, I was like, fuck. For sure.
Ukasema the word?
I said the word.
Hapo akasema nini?
And
Lakini
then
wazungu, they
wakasema
don't-
like,
they
don't
don't have-
worry,
yeah.
just
You know,
relax,
it's
have a
normal
glass
here.
of water.
Nerves,
And I was like,
nerves.
okay. So I nilitokea interview nikajua, by the way,
It's
this is it. But then I think it's a week later or less.
Wakareply.
I just wanted to tell you that congratulations on your.
I can imagine that
congratulations.
feeling.
Congratulations.
After ulisema F. Man. See, how did you end up in Scotland yourself?
So what happened, bro? For me, I was just applying for jobs in those websites.
Yeah.
Then I saw a Scotland application. I saw a Scotland advert for a job. So
Yeah.
I decided, wow, let me try this one. And by luck, I'm here because they delayed to reply. Actually, I had applied for the job. Then I emailed them back like after 2 weeks, like 3 weeks after the advert was closed. I was like, I had applied with your trust. Did you view my CV or something? And they were like, yeah. We are just reviewing the applicants. Then we're gonna get back to you. Then after like 2 days, they were like, yeah, you are successful. Your application is here, so we're gonna schedule you for interview. Then I did the interview, and it was a success. So they told me, hey, congrats, bro, you have passed your interview. We're gonna give you a job. These are the requirements. They sent you the offer letter, the contract. Then
So
I was
how
like,
long
it's
does
good.
it actually take from now we are at the stage where you've gotten jobs, both of you,
Yeah.
from getting the job to flying and landing,
Yeah.
just landing, not starting the job?
Yeah.
How long now is that transition? How long does it take?
I think it depends.
It depends with the employer.
Yeah.
Oh, some employers take time to
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
you the
Because you
process.
can get a job, alafu utumanishiwe COS 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
and then with
alafu ukitumia COS it's you when utaenda mambo ya visa you do for yourself.
So basically
again depends trust.
Yeah, depends with the trust. So kuna trust itakulipia and then kuna trust utaambiwa you pay and then they'll reimburse you.
Ukikuja utarifundiwa.
Yeah.
But so inaweza take a month after you got your certificate of sponsorship
I got my
to even come?
I got my certificate of sponsorship iliniambia I'm supposed to start work in March. Na nilikuwa nimepata in March 14th naambiwa tunafaa kwanza job 28th na sija apply kwanza visa.
Visa ni 15 days.
Yeah. But then they were so understanding, but then nilikuwa naambia venye
how things are.
It's
because there's also money involved and stuff.
Yeah, and they're like, no, it's okay, you utatuambia tu time yenye
utaweza to finish the process.
So visa ili come
but amazing, here you are guys.
Yeah.
Sasa after this point unajua mumefika mko Scotland sasa. Then you come and learn that this is a different place, it's a different culture, and there's one thing we do in Scotland that is going to be in the next song. There's one thing we do here in Scotland. In the next song, it will give you a little bit of a hint. Because huku kuna baridi. It is cold here. Now I want, after the song, we'll come and discuss your experience now here. Compared to
the show,
back
the culture shock.
254. Sasa hii song inaitwa Pombe by Yani. Najua sasa watu mumejua what I meant. Let's go.
Nana wimbo above the head, below the belly,
across the nipples, smooch those nipples, smooch those nipples, swagger that bagger, wake up pombe. Sasa we are back with my two special guests. Remember, you're listening to us on www.jamboradio.co.uk, Jambo Radio on Facebook, Jambo Radio on Instagram. Karibuni back.
Thank you.
Sasa unaona nimewekea Iani pombe, right?
Yeah.
Unajua kwa nini?
Do
you have an idea? Umeona?
Huku bro.
Huku. Wait. Pull up. Watu pale nyumbani, back home, they say that they are cutting water.
Yeah.
Abu wa pay information.
Not as
are
much
they
as
cutting
these
water?
People. No. These people hapana. You wake up in the morning, beer iko hapo.
Lakini unajua kuna kasababu? Unajua when you do a shot, temperatures in your body rise.
Si ndo maana navuta sigara.
Lakini hata mimi when I came, that was my first experience. I was like, where people here are high. I thought Africa we are drinking. Watu wanakunywa pombe hapa.
Sana.
So speaking about that, give me, like, each of you give me one culture shock that you hit you. The biggest one that hit you.
Yeah, for me,
culture shock yako.
Okay, number one, bro. Kila mtu hapa mazee anatumia ATM card.
Tutumi cash.
Hakuna cash.
Umezoea kubeba farifari.
Umezoea kubeba hizo manoti nini. So hapa ni
bunda.
Cardless. Again nikaenda super bro siku ya kwanza. Kwa super mazee I was like, Kenya tumezoea kuna msee anakupakia mizigo.
Okay, cash yourself out fast and pack your own stuff. I'll party yote. Culture shock. Hakuna kitu nimekushtua.
Culture shock mazee iliniweza. Again huku kila msee kama una tattoo huko.
I know.
Hey. Who has tattoos? Who?
Huku tattoo mazee kuna wase mob bana.
She didn't have anything. No culture shock.
Which is normal.
Well, I
hadi kwa karao.
Know.
Hadi kwa makarao. I was like, Kenya ukipata tattoo naambia ngo uwezi pata job ya karao, uwezi pata job ya gava.
Yeah.
But hapa msee ako kwa gava karao amepiga.
Amechapa tattoo baka kwa shingo.
Rick Ross bana.
Sasa acha nikwambie, thank you guys sana. I really appreciate. Hii show imekuwa informative. I hope we have touched some people somewhere at back home and they are gonna, step up their game now. It's possible to come up here. I hope you're having a good time hata mkifanya job compared to home.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure.
Pesa iko a little better. Mtajenga nyumbani.
Pesa hapa
kama mtarudi
bills nakimbiza mtu bro.
Na tax
is expensive.
Mazi hapo unafanya
job. But they're paying you better, right?
Lakini tax inaenda na tax.
Vizuri tax inachukua yote, nyumba inachukua yote.
They are saying that on radio so that you don't ask them to send money. Please,
they are okay. There is no money.
They don't want to send money back home.
There's no money.
There is no money. You have to pay tax, you have to pay rent, electricity, gas, council tax. Hebu imagine hizo vitu zote na tujamaliza bado.
Wacha kushtua watu. Thank you guys for coming. That was our show, the African Warriors Show. We're gonna sign out by Irene's favorite song.
Yep.
Yes.
By Fally Ipupa.
Fally
Inaitwa
Ipupa.
Sweet Life. Jusai, these two people are having sweet life.
No.
They are here now. And they, send money back home, guys. Tuonaneni on the next show.
Yeah.
African Warrior, www.jamboradio.co.uk.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Cheers.